hello. Hello, everyone. Welcome. I'm doing great, Lizzie. How are you? Hello, Kamari. Hello, Heather. Hello, Tropical Life. Hello, Snowdrop. Hello, out there. This is to you guys. Um, Welcome. Hello, JBZ. What's up, Layla Tisha? I hope you had a wonderful day. I have been having a beautiful day. Thanks for asking. Like I said, me and my hubby went to the movies and saw 28 years later. Um, it was about a small town, and nearby was an affected woods. And I guess it was kind of weird. The small town didn't have a doctor. It was interesting. It was an interesting take. Hello, Heather. Hello, Kamari. Hello, JBZ. Hello, Shanua. It's humid in Texas too. It's hot, hot, hot. And a little bit is still with Mama. We go pick her up tomorrow. So me and my husband is still honeymooning. And she's still having a wonderful time with Mama. They went to the park. They went and got chicken nuggets and coca. And just spoiling the heck out of her. Yeah, Mama. Hello, Adrian. Andrea. Okay, this is what we're going to talk about. Harry and Meghan. And then later, 28 weeks later, there were interesting movies. Yes, they were. Very interesting. The Mimi show. Yes, let's get to the Mimi show. Yes, I heard about what happened to Maggie's channel today. And I have been going back and forth with her on trying to resolve this issue with her. She unstriked me. Danny said she would unstrike her. She did give her 6 hours, but it looks like maybe Danny has extended that. And so I'm checking on it so that her channel can be released as soon as possible, so her subscribers can do what they do. But so far, it hasn't come through yet. Okay. So that's that on that. Okay. That's nothing else to say about it. I don't. So, shouldn't we get to the Mimi stuff? Yes. Yeah, we're working on it behind the scenes. Sorry. Yeah, I just got a notification. I'm just trying to see. Yeah. Yeah. And yeah, she's stressed. Okay. I have a few videos. Okay, guys. I have some videos of Dan Wooden and Proper Wise Guy. I would like to get into the Dan Wooden one first. So bear with me, guys. Yeah, I saw that. Maggot was crying today and said she gave up. She showed an email she sent to YouTube about taking Lady Letitia strikes off. Yes, she did send that. But I think so. What we're trying to do is make sure that we send the correct email. And then once we send the correct email, I'm sure Danny would not mind taking it off, because that's what she said she would do. She did give her 6 hours though. But I can't. I know I've been speaking with Danny as well. So I'm pretty sure, that she'll get our channel back or whatever, be back with her family. Sunny and very windy here. Listen to Paula. Allegedly, Prince Harry overdosed on straight line in a hospital. He's stable now. Meghan nowhere to be seen. P. Dinah and Doria was there. What? Is he in the hospital? If I type it in, I'll find it. Pitol. Excuse me. Okay, I see where P. Dinah and yeah. Thank you for that information. Thank you, thank you, thank you. She must have been pretty upset. Yeah, I'm not feeling that either, Shanua. I'm not feeling that story. I mean, I need some proof, more proof. I'm not saying it didn't happen, and I'm not saying that it did. I'm neutral to it. Neutral to it. Yeah, so I'm looking for it. And then once this is what I'm going to do to do my part in helping her get her channel back. Once she sends over the correct information from, and I believe she has, now we're just waiting on YouTube to send back some confirmations that it has been released. And then once that, I can send that to Danny, and then we can go from there. Yeah. No. Yeah, so I tried to send over all the information that I had. Let me see. Hold on. I want to send Danny one more thing. Okay, let me see. Just F. Okay, yeah. One. Okay, so I want to send that to Danny. Yeah, I'm not sure. Okay, let's do the Mimi song. So it's in the draft. We're going to play the Mimi song. Mm-mm. The Mimi Show. The Mimi Show. It's the Mimi Show. The Mimi Show. It's the Mimi Show. The Mimi Show. It's the Mimi Show. It's the Mimi Show, the Mimi Show. It's the Mimi Show, the Mimi Show. It's the Mimi Show. Oh,
now, Prince.
Oh, 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 yeah. It's the Mimi Show, the Mimi Show. It's the Mimi Show, the Mimi Show.
Why did Mr. Markle never meet Prince Harry? And there can only. Why did Mr. Markle never meet?
Yeah. The Mimi Show is the Mimi Show. It's the Mimi Show. The Mimi Show.
Why did Mr. Markle never meet?
The Mimi Show. Oh, 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 oh. Letitia, I hope it works out for all of you ladies. This is crazy, and I'm glad Maggot gave up because she was self-sabotaging. Much love always. Yes, I hope so too, JBZ. I hope this is it. I don't either, Kamara. I don't believe it either. It's the Yay! Best song ever. Okay. I want to hear what he has to say.
Prince Harry. And there can only be three reasons for that. One, that she was ashamed of him, which I think. Why did Mr. Markle never meet Prince Harry? And there can only be three reasons for that. One, that she was ashamed of him, which I think was a bit pretty unattractive. Two, possibly that she thought he'd done something. But when Prince Harry rang Mr. Markle up and asked if he could marry his daughter, he said, "You can marry her as long as you never raise your hand against her." And of course, we don't talk like that. So maybe he lives in a world where people have done that sort of thing. I dispute that as well. I don't think that's the case. The third reason is that I think she was worried that he might actually have warned Prince Harry that this is not what you're getting, this girl.
They're not two normal families, are they? They've both married into. I mean, let's be honest. That both families have quite a lot of history. They've got a lot
Mr. Markle should have been at the wedding, and they should have flown him over, and stuck him in a health farm in the Shetlands or somewhere. Prince Harry should have gone up to see him, and if he couldn't have walked the aisle, he should have been sitting there, because, as you rightly say, he did a lot for that girl. She even admitted it in the early days before she distanced herself from him.
He lives 3 hours away. There is no excuse. And actually, I have to say, it's pretty some of the circumstances that he's living in compared to the riches that Harry and Meghan have is appalling. And I will always defend that man, because I think that he has been absolutely wronged by that woman.
He's in the Philippines now.
He's in the Philippines, yes. He is there with Thomas Markle Jr. and they're just trying to get away from it all. When we talk about privacy and, Harry saying, "Oh, I want security," they have been hounded. They have had to flee the country, basically, to try and get some peace and quiet. So
he was 70 miles away, wasn't he? It wouldn't have been very difficult for Prince Harry
he was in Rosarito,
the children over there to meet him. I mean, and
what do you guys think? I think they're right. I think that it's a shame that Harry has never met Meghan's father. You're going to marry this girl from America, and you haven't met her family members and her family. You're just going to take her word for it, Harry? You set yourself up to be misused and abused by this woman if you didn't think that you probably needed to check her references out, meet her father first, not just over the phone. How pathetic is that? No, we wouldn't have got married until you meet the father. Hello, Bambi. He's on vacay. Yeah, Harry did not meet her father. It's weird, and he's had plenty of time to meet him, plenty of time to let the kids meet him. And like she said, her father is living compared to the way she's living is insane, is wrong. She's wrong for that. She cares nothing about her father's health. She doesn't care about his health. Remember what happened when he had 2 strokes and a heart attack, and she never went to go see him, and then ended up in Uvalde instead for a PR stunt? Yeah, there's something not quite ticking all the way. Because how do you not meet the father of the bride? How do you not meet the father of the bride? That is such an important list of things you need to do before you get married. Meet your in-laws. It's on the to-do list. And she takes it and doesn't even let him meet her father, Harry. As a matter of fact, you can't meet any of my family members but my mother. She's the only decent one. Harry, with his dingleberry self, just let her let it ride. Let her invite all these superstars and A-listers to her wedding without a blink. Ew. Interesting.
And she talks so much about, relationships and things, and mucks up their own relationship. And one day, as you rightly say, he will die, and then there'll be a whole lot of, what's Meghan? Will she go to the funeral? She'll probably make a whole thing about it. And poor man, I feel really sorry for him, because if you listen to what he says, not how he's reported, but listen to actually what he says, he never says anything unpleasant, does he?
That's very true.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know about that. I think he does. I think over the years, I like Thomas as well. I spoke to him in the past.
He's reported as saying it's always, it's always twisted.
Okay.
I mean, if you actually listen to the actual words that he says, he often, when he's interviewed, you can see him thinking for a bit, and he's very moderate. Well, and he was also very respectful to the late Queen, always, and admired her hugely. And what this couple have put her through is one of the things I shall never forgive them for in the last years of her life.
I hope it all ends well with Thomas, because, as you say, I've spoken to Thomas in the past, and he's a very lovely, but slightly not damaged, but he's quite, he's been hugely affected by what he was thrown into when it emerged that Meghan married Harry.
It's very messy, and I actually think that without fixing the foundations of that relationship, both Harry and Meghan, they actually won't be able to pursue a sort of brand, because it's very hard to take them seriously when everything's a car crash behind the scenes publicly. So I just think without fixing these family relationships, you can't pretend to have this like lifestyle brand with linen and picking things. It just doesn't work. So I think that's actually it's a bigger problem for them.
Okay, but from deep-rooted family issues, let's try and settle something a little bit happier. I was at Trooping on Saturday. Yes. I saw the Princess of Wales with Louis, George and Charlotte. They seemed a little bit more grown up. They seemed a little bit more better behaved, a little bit kind of more,
it's a
they were
year
more
since
comfortable
the last
in the carriage.
Isn't it? Yeah. Children do grow up rather quickly at that age. But yeah, they were all great. I mean, it was absolutely lovely to see. She looked absolutely stunning, I thought.
And this was a return, really, to Trooping, because last year she wasn't on the dais. This year she was on the dais with the King and the Queen. And that was quite a sight to see the three colonels with the colonels and William and Edward on horseback as well. It's quite a sight.
Absolutely. Yes. Magnificent. No, it's very good. And she was also at the Garter ceremony on Monday as well. Looking lovely.
It's been quite a week. Let's talk about Catherine. It's been quite a week for her. We haven't seen her. We haven't seen her for a while, but we saw her at the Garter ceremony, giggling when Prince William walked past in his plume and his cape and trooping with the children. I understand you would have been at Garter as well.
Yes, I hate to tell you, I've been to every one since 1965, but that's just one of those things.
It's an achievement. Gosh, yeah.
Nobody else has, I can tell you. Yes.
And how welcome was it to see the Princess of Wales back this year? She wasn't there last year.
No, it's always wonderful to see her back. I mean, that's the great thing. She's really the great hope of the future, isn't she? She's the real star. She's the biggest star in the royal family.
I think her not being there for at least a year or 18 months has actually just shown how much we do need her when you see her coming back and sort of the reverence that the crowd has for her and the beautiful pictures that come out and just the elegance and grace that she brings to the royal family. I think we all really missed her, and it's just fabulous to see her back out there looking really healthy and doing what she does best, which is a service, a life of service to the people. She has always been so graceful with that.
Do you remember Wimbledon last year? The roar from the crowd when she appeared.
Yeah, I was there. I was like, wow. I mean, she was a vision. It was like there was light coming out of her. I know I'm like such a Princess Catherine fangirl, but she was something else.
I'm a Princess Catherine fangirl too.
Breaking today, Meghan Markle is in crisis after a series of epic disasters, including the total failure of her tell-all interview with Emma Grede, sex assault allegations against her BFF and Lilibet's godfather, no less, Tyler Perry, and now this from her allies at People magazine, her favorite publication, which has gone public.
Look at this. Catherine's on the magazine of People. Isn't that Meghan's magazine? Hello? That was her magazine. Catherine has taken Meghan's magazine.
On Kate's summer of strength.
Ooh.
Writing, there are some major shifts coming as Princess Kate privately rebuilds after a year of cancer treatment. She's stepping out with a new purpose and the poise of a queen in waiting. And as Stephanie Sidley posted on this, plates breaking. Well, I'll add, plates breaking right now in Montecito for a couple of reasons, actually, because look at this from Princess Carmichael on that disastrous Emma Grede interview. Those dislikes are really climbing and the comment section is hilarious. Honestly, after 24 hours, it had only 88,000 views, 4,439 likes, 11,000 dislikes, meaning that the dislike quota was 71%. So look, we're going to get to all of this, including the latest on Tyler Perry and including the latest on Catherine, the Princess of Wales' health in just one moment. But first, let me bring in P. Diner, royal YouTube sensation. Wow, P. Diner. I mean, Meghan's in crisis this week. Nothing's working. And People magazine, which she has just spent the past 2 years coveting, has decided to become Team Catherine all of a sudden.
Yeah, it's
magazine.
It's very interesting.
People's Magazine has decided to be Team Catherine. Isn't that something? Look at this beautiful picture of her. Kate's summer of strength. Yeah. They're going to get mad.
To see how things are shifting continually, always shifting to the downfall. Meghan can't ever seem to climb up to get above all the things that are happening to her. And anything that she does will continually fail. She cannot seem to rise above all the backlash that she gets. And
she will continue to fail. Unfortunately, it's the truth. Meghan will continue to fail because she has no talent and she keeps making up things to do and think they're going to be successful, and they're not. Number one, she's not liked by many. She is despised by many. Look, she's got 11,000 dislikes. Yeah, she's not liked at all. Her personality is in the toilet.
Personally, Dan, believe it is going to continue to happen and get worse until she is able to make a reckoning for all the horrible things that she has done. No one's going to give her grace. No one's going to give her a real opportunity to shine the way she thinks she should be shining, because there is this immense amount of negativity that Meghan created off of the back of the late Queen. And I think Meghan hasn't realized the strength, the power that the late Queen had, because this is the reason how she treated the late Queen and how she treated the royal family. People will never forget, but Meghan wants to keep trying. Like, people should just take this as a new moment and let her shine. It will never, ever, ever happen. She has done.
It's so true. She's trying to take this as a new moment, a new way of saying, look at me. I'm this nice person. I am not what you think I am. I'm great. And you should like me because I have a great personality. No, you got a fake personality and it's not good at all. It's really not good. Your personality sucks. You're not relatable. You're definitely not relatable. You relate to no one or nothing.
Done horrible things to a very powerful and beloved woman of the monarchy. She cannot move forward ever. It's just not going to happen. But it is so fun to watch this happen because we see the payback now. The payback is how you are going to be received forever until you make a reckoning. So yeah, we love it.
Yeah.
And it will happen continually.
Yeah. You will never be anything until you admit that you have done some people wrong, that you need to take accountability for the stuff you have done. You're not going to be able to just sweep this under the rug and we're just going to forget and move on. You haven't even went and checked on your father, but you're checking on people in Uvalde. I would never forgive my father for talking to the press. Never. You talked to the press. You told things that you shouldn't have said about the royal family. No one scolded you. No one said, oh, you can't come back over to the kingdom because you did this and you did that. No, they invited you to the coronation.
So, Pete, how is she going to deal with all of these new crises? I mean, and look, I want to come specifically to Tyler Perry in just one moment. But I mean, this is the week that was meant to be all about the relaunch of As Ever, the products being stocked tomorrow. No one's talking about that. No one's watched her big relaunch interview. She's already sacked virtually all of the former PR team. I mean, how is she going to deal with these new crises? Big news. Outspoken is now available as a podcast too. So please do subscribe wherever you get yours, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and
divert people's attention to look at something new, always something different, trying to get ahead of things. But, you know, how do you move forward when everything that you do is looked at so negatively? I don't see how you can. I don't see how you can be taken seriously as a business owner,
right?
As someone who has had this embarrassing baby mama video that she did. Everything is just so bad for her. And she's so cringe when you watch her. And especially during this interview, you know, you saw the pretentiousness of her. You see how also when she did the video with the dancing, you saw how she tried to bring it up during the interview to make it seem like, oh, that was so fun. Did you see it? It's like, yeah, we saw it. And it was pathetic. It was ridiculous. And she's trying to save face in this moment. But she knows she's embarrassed. She wishes she could take it down. She knows it wasn't a good thing. It wasn't a hit in the way that was going to help her with her products.
No,
it wasn't going to help her get more sales. It's definitely going to make people look at her and not really want anything to do with her because she's all over the place. She tries to be classy, tries to be so relatable and like a businesswoman
She tries to be relatable. She's all over the place, tries to be the great, perfect mom, and then the perfect spouse, the perfect entrepreneur, the perfect philanthropist, the perfect book reader, the perfect person on earth. I'm perfect. Watch me, watch me, watch me. I am perfect. Did you see my baby mama dance? That makes me human. That humanizes me. It makes me feel like I'm part of y'all because I did the twerky twerk. I did the twerk. So that put me right there next to you. Now I got it going on again because I was twerking. Now she's famous for all the wrong reasons. She's a train wreck, Susan. She is a train wreck. Out of everything that she's doing, she's a train wreck. She decided that twerking was going to make her famous. A twerk, 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 twerk. Hello, Tropical Life. Yeah, this has embarrassed you.
To be serious and a family person, but she fails at everything that she does. So no, you're
so hard to be something that she's not. She tries so hard to be something that she's not. Stop trying to be this hoochie mama and trying to relate to a demographic. You're not relating to them. The kids didn't get the video. And we are sitting back saying, why? I know why. It's desperate for attention. Mm-hmm. Scooting and dancing around the room.
You are a laughing stock. People are laughing at you. They're not laughing with you, Meghan. And she's never, and just like she said during the podcast, she's going to keep trying. She's going to keep going. Yeah. And I've always said she will. She's got that actor mentality that when she gets hit, she's going to keep going. So, you know, we just have a lot of things to look at to you know, laugh at with this woman, because it's seriously, no one's ever going to.
I cannot believe she hiked up her skirt and went down like that, Sue Clark. And then took it to the left and took it to the right, took it to the left, right, left, right, left. That was so ghetto. Nothing authentic. There will be a twerking part 2, according to Neil Sean. She has a new team urging to be more out there. I think they don't like her. Nope, they don't. They don't like Meghan. They're trying to figure her out. They realize that she's bossy-wassy. She's a bossy girl. I'm bossy. Controlling. MM's excuse was he put himself to the hospital because didn't want to be at her wedding. Huh. This baby mama video is a cringe. Stop it, Meghan, please. No, that's right. They both just gross. To see Roe. To see Roe.
To take her the way
you're right. She's not stopping, and she can't stop now either. That is the hilarious thing about it all. But she doesn't want to. But even if she did, she can't stop. Before we get to Catherine's health, can we just speak about this People magazine cover, Pete Diner? Because, of course, this was released before the Princess of Wales pulled out of Royal Ascot in this latest health scare. But this is actually, I would argue, Meghan's biggest PR failure in recent months, because she worked so hard to get people on side. Pete Diner, she gave the only big interview when she first launched the product range. Harry is directly emailing them with stories. They gave everything to this magazine, and the trade-off was, people, you need to back us. You can't back our enemy. And yet this cover of Catherine is everything that Meghan hates. It talks about her summer of strength. It talks about her relaunch. It talks about her poise as a queen in waiting. This is going to devastate Meghan Markle, because it shows that her whole PR...
It's going to mess with her ego. It's going to mess with her ego. Her PR team has did a flip-de-do. They've done a flip-de-do. They are now have Catherine on the front page of People magazine talking about her strength. Look at the kids and the husband in the background looking cute and adorable. You go, Catherine. And someone over there throwing dishes and upset. Her ego is killing her. Killing her. Too bad you messed that up. Too bad you couldn't. Too bad you ain't a lady like Catherine. It is disappointing that you messed that whole shebang.
Our strategy has not worked, because at the end of the day, People magazine cares about its readers and its sales, and they simply cannot pretend that Catherine doesn't exist.
Absolutely. And Catherine is so strong in her silence, isn't she? She has so much poise and grace. People are naturally attracted to it. She doesn't have to do anything to try to get that. She just has it naturally. And Meghan, she keeps trying and trying, and she can never overpower that which is already so well received, and that's Catherine. So Meghan is in a position now where she's going to keep trying to fight for something that she'll never get. And Catherine will always supersede her in everything that she does, because she is so beloved by the people. And I can imagine how it just makes Meghan so upset. She wants to keep going and trying. Well, I'm going to show her. But how can you? Because you're not loved by the people. You are
not loved by the people, Meghan. The people have spoken. They don't love you, and you need the people to love you. And that's one thing that the royals have going for them, is that they have people that love them. Look at Catherine. She's glowing and glistening, looking like just a shiny doll. And Meghan can't come close to the shine. Close to the shine. It's totally unfortunate that she decided to walk out on the royal family and become a civilian. How stupid of her. I don't want to be a royal anymore. I want to be on my own. I want to make my own money. I want to do my own thing. I don't want to get money from you guys. People magazine plays both sides. They put Catherine on the cover because they know it will boost sales. When they want to sling mud at the royal family, they use Harry and Meghan. No, this is supposed to be their magazine, Shanoa. Like, this is supposed to be her magazine, People magazine. And they would throw out puff pieces about Meghan all the time. But now they are playing both sides. And I'm seeing it. And I'm sure somebody picked up the phone and said, why are you putting her on the cover of the magazine? Why are you putting Catherine on the cover of the magazine? Why? Hello, Lady Letitia. Hello, all whom are here. Spotted you on, so wanted to say hello. Saw you with Danny. Hope you are well and everything is sorted. Nana, it's trying to get sorted. It is. I'm hoping that it gets sorted for both of us. So I can move on and she can move on. Because I want to move on too. And we haven't got it sorted out. Danny keeps telling us telling her she's doing it wrong. But I just sent her one more email to take a look and see if it was correct. So checking with Danny now. Yeah, and Danny a sweetheart. Let's give Danny a shout out. Shout out to Danny Robinson. Go check her channel out. It's Danny Robinson. That's her channel. Go check her out, guys. And let her know you come from over here and you're showing her some love. She's a sweetheart. She is definitely a sweetheart, Danny. I mean, it's just cool to have the pleasure of getting to know her. It's really awesome. And like, I don't know her that well, but I know her just what we've been going through a couple of weeks. And Danny's just been this great person. And I really like her. I really do. She's awesome. She's an awesome person. She's got a big heart, contrary to what some people say. She's been nothing but nice to me, and cordial and nice. And I can't even say cordial because can't even put that in there. She's just been nice and friendly, and I just so grateful that I had the opportunity to get to know what I do know of her. So give it up for Danny.
are so, I would say, by a lot of people, hated. I think Catherine is in a position of strength and power, especially because she's dealing with this health crisis that she has. So people are sympathetic to that. People are sympathetic to her trying to do the work of the monarchy while also being a mother of young children, and to support her husband, who was the future king. So people have a great amount of respect for what Catherine is going through.
Yes.
But they despise Meghan because what she's trying to do is superficial. It's on the back of the late queen and what she brought to the table. And she's trying to make money. And we don't want to support someone like Meghan after everything she has done to help her make money. But we do want to support Catherine and her grace and her commitment to the monarchy, because she is what embodies what real leadership and strength and commitment to duty. That is what the people want. And that's what they see in Catherine. They don't see it in Meghan. And she And we don't want to support someone like Meghan after everything she has done to help her make money. But we do want to support Catherine and her grace and her commitment to the monarchy, because she is what embodies what real leadership and strength and commitment to duty. That is what the people want. And that's what they see in Catherine. They don't see it in Meghan, and she doesn't get it. Like, when will she understand that this will never work out for you, Meghan?
She's just going to keep trying and keep trying and keep trying and keep failing and keep failing and keep failing. She's just going to keep failing until she gets it right. You are very kind, especially after everything. I agree with what you said to Danny. The owl is like Meghan. Yep. That's true. Yes, that is correct, Nana. Danny should be an attorney. She is so good. She is very good. And the investigation part of it too is she's very thorough. That's what I get from her. Very thorough individual. And she listens. She's a great listener. Yeah. And she's very smart. Catherine's magazine. Do you know that Danny gave me a super chat for coming on her channel? Wasn't that nice? Like, she did not have to do that. But that's how big her heart is. That's how, and the side that I'm telling people about, because she's awesome. She is. Because I was like, whoa, she gave me a super sticker for coming on her channel, or just for giving me one. I don't know. But it was just nice that she thinks of things like that. She's really an awesome person. And you guys check her channel out. She's got some good content, good stuff over there. Harry was not respectful to the queen. Disrespectful, mocked the queen. Yes, Lizzie. Meghan did that. Meghan Markle, you go, girl, and don't come back. Yes, it really was lovely of her. You know, she has a really big heart. She's really, really, Meghan, Maggie always says, I'm a sycophant. I am a fan. That's for sure. I am a fan of hers. I saw Meghan Markle's face on the cover of the Cult magazine and thought that they missed out the letter N. Thought they missed out on the letter N. Like, No. Oh. Dimwit. Yeah, she is, JBZ. She is a really nice person, really caring and giving. Very giving person too, because she played bingo with her team the other night. So she's always doing things with her subscribers, with her followers. It's pretty neat.
Just won't.
Nope. And she had to sell her soul, of course, to People magazine. You see it there. Harry, the kids, my life now. This is the problem. She has to sell it all. But look, there are concerns.
My life now, we just heard it. Nothing new is in there. If I go to the store tomorrow, I'll get the book. But what is she talking about? In People magazine. People magazine. What is it saying? Give us like a little bit of what's inside the book. An intimate conversation with the Duchess of Sussex is $6. I'm not paying for that. Danny gave Easter baskets to the children for Easter. She sure did. Give it up for Danny. She sure did. That was so nice of her. JBZ is like she gives back to her community. She gives back. Way to go, Danny.
I know today about Catherine, the Princess of Wales, and it is important that we talk about the latest on this. So the Daily Mail reporting Kate Middleton pulled out of Royal Ascot at the last minute. So why did she miss her day at the races with Prince William? And this is the reporting from Rebecca English, which we know is briefed directly from Buckingham Palace. The Princess of Wales sparked concern as she pulled out of attending Royal Ascot yesterday, apparently at the last minute. But royal sources insisted there was nothing to worry about and that it was simply a case of crossed wires. Aides also stressed that Catherine was continuing to balance her return to public life following her cancer diagnosis last year, after which she made clear that she would resume her duties with a slow and measured approach. The mini drama came as her husband, Prince William, handed out the prize for the Prince of Wales Stakes at the race course. Executives at Ascot had expected the princess to join him, travelling down in the carriage procession from Windsor Castle with King Charles and Queen Camilla. At 12 p.m., they issued the procession list for that day, featuring the Prince and Princess of Wales in the second carriage, after the King and Queen. But 22 minutes later, guidance was issued which said Catherine would not be attending. It is understood an inaccurate version of the list was issued in error. An updated list was circulated, and Lord Soames, a good friend of the King, lost his seat to make way for William in the first carriage, with Charles and Camilla.
Oh, that's
Sources
fine.
stressed there was no cause for alarm, and Catherine was following guidance palace aides had always given, that she would balance her return to public duties following appearances at Trooping the Colour on Saturday and Monday's Order of the Garter's service. They added that she was disappointed not to attend, but has to find the right balance. So, P-Dina, look, if Buckingham Palace always told the truth about members of the royal family and their health, maybe we could believe this briefing. I do think is a little bit of a concern, and it does suggest that Catherine isn't quite back to full health yet. At the same time, and I know you're very used to the sun, P-Dina, as a Californian gal, but it's the hottest day of the year here in the UK. It's over 30 degrees Celsius in London. And just some thinking that actually the weather may have played a part in this decision. What do you make of the U-turn, and do you trust what Buckingham Palace is saying here, which is just nothing to worry about? You know, she is going to pull out of some events, and that's going to...
What do you guys think? Do you think she's fine? She's okay? They're making a big deal out of it? No, she will never be her, ever, 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 JBZ. She wishes. I know. She wished she had that level of discipline and just education, just smart. She's so smart. No one ever. Get one dimwit. Boy, say rest. Tired of hearing her ever-changing story. Yes, and she's been talking as ever. Her podcast, her cooking show. She was on the Emma show. Then she was on Drew Barrymore's show. Then she was on the Amy show. I mean, she's on all these shows. It's been far too hot here in the UK. I don't blame Catherine. I wouldn't have wanted to sit out in that heat. Okay? Me neither. If it's hot, I wouldn't have wanted to sit in that heat either. I'd be like, y'all go ahead. I know. I've lost count of how many times Meghan said, we will see the real her. We already have. We don't like what we see, Nana. That's true. Hello, Catherine. It takes a long time to recover one's stigmanin takes years to return to normal levels. Oh, stamina from that heat too. I think Dan is making drama where none exists. Exactly. He better be careful. Hello, Diddy Bob. Hello, Maxine. I think Catherine has more class than Meghan and MM, but puts people to sleep. She does. I bet her interview would be so better.
To be part of life.
Yeah, I think it is an expectation we should all have for her, because she is dealing with, some issues that could have arisen suddenly where she just wasn't feeling up to it, especially with the heat. And I think that is to be expected. And we should all just think, I do believe the palace around this, because we know Catherine is all about doing what she needs to do. She's there to support. And when she does pull out, we know it has to be something somewhat serious, because that's just not like her character. But it is like someone who is probably dealing with something health-wise that just can't quite make it that day. And so I do believe that there was something legit on
I'm so sorry, guys. My computer just went kaplook on me, and so I got to plug it back in. Anyway, we're going to move on from that. But what do you guys think? Is Dan going down the wrong apple tree? Sounds like P. Dinah don't want to have anything to do with it. Sorry about that. I'm going to fast forward and get to the Tyler Perry part. Yes, I heard that, Lizzie. I want to talk about that. Hello, Kim. I wish the press would leave Catherine alone, focus more on the tramp, Meghan, and her shenanigans. She wants Catherine. So what? Catherine didn't go to the races. What's the big deal? I know. They do make a big deal out of it. And she can't, if she missed, oh boy, rumor mill. I'm coming back on, guys. Rumor mill. Let's get to the Tyler Perry. What do you think about Meghan's? What do you think about Tyler Perry being Meghan's godfather to Lily? What do you think the royal family is thinking, Lizzie? Hello, Lisa. I don't think, Lizzie, I don't think Danny's had any Discord action lately, has she? Because I haven't received any notifications. And hello, Lizzie, Lisa. Everybody say hello to Lisa from the Avengers. It's so great to see you. Oh, Heather, subscribe to Danny. Good for you. 260 million for Tyler Perry. Yes. What do you think Meghan is doing in cringing over the fact that Tyler Perry is being accused of, what he's being accused of? I think it was due to the heat, which would have been a drain on Catherine. It's not like she could wear a tank top and shorts. She'd have to be dressed up too much. Ooh, it'd be hot in there. I mean, the carriages is beautiful and all, but when it's hot, let's get in the cars. FedEx founder Fred Smith died of a heart attack yesterday. Oh, sorry, Fred. I enjoyed working at FedEx when I was there, but it's not the great company it once was. And now that he's gone, probably. Oh, thanks for sharing, Shanua. Good evening, Amy. How are you, young lady? Thanks for joining. Let's hear. I don't know what happened. I just kicked myself smooth out. I'm eating me some ice cream tonight. Yummy, yummy, tummy. Oh, yeah, my husband went and got me some ice cream last night. Okay, leave Catherine alone.
strategy yet again. But look, in terms of Meghan's crisis, another aspect to this P dynamic, which I wanted to discuss with you because I haven't done so yet because I was on holiday over the weekend, was
Good night, Tim.
Harry just becoming increasingly miserable and
directionless on the way in.
and sort of vacant in these public appearances. And there were just a couple that I wanted to show to you, and then we'll discuss on the back. So the first was this very awkward video where he spoke some German. This was for the armed forces in that country.
To the brave men and women of the Bundeswehr, a heartfelt thank you for your steadfast service to your country, to your people, and to one another. Today is also a celebration of you, the values you stand for, the oath you took, and the great country you stand to protect. Today, let us renew our commitment, together, to protect the freedoms that define who we are.
I'm sorry, Harry, but your speech has fallen flat. His speech is not motivating me and moving me. His words that are coming out of his mouth is not motivating me. I think because he's been just such a rotten son to his father, and a rotten brother to his brother, that I can't receive anything from him. You know, he speaks better than she does, but they're on the same boat. Like P. Dinah said, they are failures. They have failed, and they have failed to be accountable for their behavior. And so what they do is they sweep it under the rug and pretend, oh, we didn't do that to our family. We didn't call them racist. We didn't say that around Philip's death. We didn't do that. It's all about Mimi. Now, every time you turn around, every time you look, there she is in an Instagram post, shaking her butt, doing something, making a fool out of herself for attention. For attention. Is that a mosquito? Mosquito, you come back around here. It's on. Yeah, he sounds like he doesn't sound authoritarian. He just sounds really weak. It doesn't sound powerful. It doesn't sound like it's coming from the king's son. And everybody must stand up and listen and get, and salute or do something. It just falls flat to the ground like a pancake. Psh, on the ground. Psh, flat pancake it is. He is trying to be something that he once was, but never will be again. Listen to him. Are you getting anything out of it?
To serve each other for peace, for dignity, and for the enduring promise of democracy. Vielen Dank und einen schönen Tag.
Okay, so you've got that one. And then P. Dinah, he gave a speech. And this was a speech for Travelist. And it just looks like he has lost the will to live.
Uh-oh.
He's doing this for the money because he's now paid for these appearances.
He's doing it for the money. He's doing these little skits. He's doing these little skitsy doos because that's all he has left. Go see your father. He's sick. And what Sugar said, Thomas, he's not sick. He wants attention. Oh, boy. They are so slow, Lizzie. His message and speeches are meaningless and hollow. It always sounds like he has cotton in his mouth. LOL. Laughed out loud when you warn off the mosquito. I hate mosquitoes, especially around my baby, because they'll bite her, and she's just scratched. I got a bracelet for her to put on at night, like a little to warn off mosquitoes. I had to hide it because she plays with everything, Band-Aids, medicine. She wants to play with everything. He put up medals, but represents nobody who paid him for that. A joke of the century. Yes, he is a joke. I wouldn't pay him to come and speak. He's too controversial. Yeah, he has stage fright. Wow. Yep, that's right. His medals do look pretentious, Kim. They just look like he just looks out of place. He doesn't look like this person that should be giving a speech. He just shouldn't. He's messed up his reputation. If your reputation is messed up, why would I want him to come speak for me on behalf of what? What's great about Harry now? He married a Jezebel and she turned his world upside down. Well, yeah, that happened too. Wow, not the Jubilee, as if he got them for being in Afghanistan and one for being in Afghanistan. 3 of them. Debbie, well, he act like he been to war and back and got those for honor. He really did. He should be embarrassed to wear participation medals like that, to look like some kind of hero. Exactly. And trying to sound like a hero, but falling flat to the ground. It's falling down.
Going through the motions. And to me, he looks like a broken man, almost admitting defeat here. Watch.
Tourism represents 10% of global GDP. The opportunity to drive positive social change is enormous. Our new data initiative aims to give us a clearer understanding of how tourism can be a genuine force for good and what changes are needed to ensure that it delivers on that promise. I've seen tourism done well, and I've seen it done poorly, as many of you in this room probably have too.
Oh, he's not doing good
What
at all.
inspired me to create travel.
He is not even flowing with his words. He should have practiced this a little bit better. Yeah, he should have practiced a little bit better, because he doesn't sound like he's really ready to read the speech. It's almost like he's reading a teleprompter and don't know what's up there. And it makes you lose. He loses his audience that way. Like, what are you saying? No, he's not a good speaker.
In the first place, because the business relies on destinations, and those destinations are held together by the people who call them home. Tourism has the potential to make an incredible difference if we channel it with good intentions. And with the industry set for a massive growth expected to represent nearly 11.4%.
I think so too, yeah. Just get rid of it.
We have to be single-minded in how we harness that power.
He's lost all.
Creating a tourism industry that works for everyone, not just for those sitting in boardrooms or on faraway islands. Our collective responsibility is clear: to ensure that travel becomes a positive impact sector and the benefits reach every level of society.
I mean, B. Dinah, look at his body language there. I just saw that video and I thought, this is a man who knows he's lost. This is a man who is just going through the motions. Everything that we warned before Megxit has come true, that he's just having to pimp himself out. But no one cared about that speech. No one in the audience cared. No one in the media cared. It's like,
I know, me too.
He's done.
It was dry
He's so
and dead.
flat, and
Yes.
he has his
Flat.
in the paper. He can't even look up to talk about something that he started. I mean, isn't this something that should be like his baby to know so much about, that you just speak about it, maybe have some talking points? And because you need passion, you need to come from within yourself to really talk about something like this, to get other people motivated to go along with it. But, you know, he's doing this because, like you said, like he's pimping himself out to make his money.
That's it.
You know, he has to do it to pay his bills. And he's just also contradicting himself because he
was dry and flat. He was dry and flat. And he was just like, you know, just like he was reading a piece of paper, or like I said, a teleprompter. And even then, they're read better than that. And he's had time to rehearse this speech over and over and over again. But he's a flat pancake. I'm not motivated.
He doesn't adhere to the things he's speaking about, right? So this man has lost his way. He is standing there, shifting from side to side, looking down. I mean, his face is just completely monotone. Like you just see one face, one look that he's making. There's no expression. There's no really excitement within him to really motivate people. This man has lost everything, and we knew it would happen. We're seeing it happen by the things that he has to do. He'll never be able to hide this, because any and everything that he will do, we'll see behind that. We'll see behind the emotions, because he's going through these emotions all the time, constantly, because he is depressed. He is in a state that he's not happy. He's trying to reconcile with his family. Things are not well with Meghan. She's living her element. She could care less about Harry right now. And he's going through all of this completely alone with nobody. And we expect this to happen. So what we are doing, we are watching this man's fall. We are watching the decline, the health of this man go down, because I foresee even health issues with him. I don't see him coming out of this until like these other things need to be resolved with his family. Meghan is going to, I think, make it worse by her continually pushing and pushing with all the negativity and backlash that she gets. Harry is in a downward spiral right now as we watch him. It is really sad to see, because he has children. He has these children to support and bring up. And they're going to be also the ones affected by what's happening. I mean, they're already affected by their isolation in Montecito. They don't really have an outside world of supporting people. And Harry is going to continue going through these issues. He's not motivating anybody with this travel list. It's really sad to see and watch, and Meghan's heartlessness and how she probably, you know, treats it, you know, because it's all about her making her, you know, her global empire. You know, Harry and his feelings are a second thought to her. It's really sad.
It is sad, but he was warned, and I mean, people might think I'm heartless, P. Diner, but after what he has put his family through, I think this is deserved. I think it's karma. Yeah. But look, I want to ask you about
everybody's
this other element which has plunged Meghan into crisis this week: sex assault allegations against Tyler Perry. Now, Tyler Perry is her BFF, her biggest celebrity supporter, and most critically, Lily's godfather. And you'll remember, Pete Diner, this is a very arrogant man, a very morally superior man who told Meghan and Harry's Netflix series that he was so above the royal family, so disgusted with the British royal family. Remember, this is when the late Queen Elizabeth II was alive.
They took her word
he would
for
not have accepted the job, the role as Lily's godfather, if he had to attend a Church of England christening with the late Queen in the United Kingdom. What?
He said that.
Speed Diner, you know, that type of moral superiority.
He was rude. He was disrespectful. He treated it like he was better than them. You know, now he's running around being accused of something. Now, sorry, I didn't mean to do that.
superiority over the royal family. And yet it seems, according to these text messages in this lawsuit, that this dude is, you know, a Philip Schofield type, a closeted gay who has never been honest about himself and is certainly not one to be morally superior.
There, then. It's okay.
Speed Diner, you know, that type of moral superiority over the royal family. And yet it seems, according to these text messages in this lawsuit, that this dude is, you know, a Philip Schofield.
Why did that photo make me jealous? You two together. That's Tyler Perry. Haha, I don't know. It's just Brad. LOL. LOL. He just wanted to go for a quick walk to get his steps in, and now I'm walking to Chipotle by myself. Derek, get that Chipotle.
Type, a closeted gay who has never been honest about himself and is certainly not one to be morally
pictures
superior.
of himself. Mm-hmm. Nice picture. Yeah, the water does look calm. Nice picture. Great, amazing, awesome picture. You don't see that stud in that nice picture? Rude. LOL. Yes, that's a stud.
Absolutely. I mean, this man is always talking church and God and all.
You have a really fresh face and take on things. I don't know where this is going, but I laughed the entire time. I could see the world and the characters. My exclusively ends in 30 days. I want to take loosely. I think he meant talk. I want to talk loosely is out. I want to take losing it out to Amazon or Netflix after that and gauge their interest. But I also want to try and get you with the right people to help you make these shows work. They are not for my audience, but we need to find a home for this stuff. I don't want to miss another creek. You know that Engine brought that to me first, but I didn't get it. A man gets here tomorrow. Iman gets here tomorrow, so he's got my full attention. I'll be trapped until the day after Christmas. So let's talk then. That's Tyler Perry.
These things, but behind the scenes, you know, he's doing some things that are not so cool, right? And, you know, I've been hearing a lot about Tyler Perry for a long time. And
oh, have you?
Oh, yeah.
I haven't been touched in months. I didn't have any contact. What are you talking about? I haven't been touched in months. Oh, you mean touching? I thought you meant being around people. Jacob, I love that you only say that when I'm being stupid. I guess the Jacob's dumb ass version of me.
There have
so
been
it's
stories
known
about
in the industry, is it?
No, yeah, some, yeah. You know, Tyler Perry, he's got somewhat of a reputation behind the scenes, things that people are not going to say openly. So this must be extremely embarrassing for him right now because this man has got receipts. He's got the receipts, And just to let you also know, Dan, that I heard that Meghan is trying to get the relationship with Tyler Perry annulled in the church. She's trying to go back on him being the godfather of Lily now. That's what I heard.
Right?
Allegedly.
Well, she has a track record, P. Dinah, of throwing people under the bus.
And just to let you also know, Dan, that I heard that Meghan is trying to get the relationship with Tyler Perry annulled in the church. She's trying to go back on him being the godfather of Lily now. That's what I...
Really? News about Meghan going back on Tyler Perry. Meghan will see Tyler Perry has been in the news regarding his relationship with Meghan, Duchess of Sussex, and her husband. Perry offered his $18 million Beverly Hills mansion to Prince Harry and Meghan after they stepped back from royal duties. We know that. Interesting.
I heard, allegedly.
Well, she has a track record, P. Dinah, of throwing people under the bus so quickly. Look at what happened with Jessica Mulroney. I am a big believer in innocent before proven guilty, but this is why I thought this situation was so fascinating for Ms. Markle, because how can she act in one way towards Mulroney, totally different way towards Tyler Perry? But maybe she's not. Maybe it is over for him.
Yeah, it is. It's over for, she doesn't, I think she wants to distance herself from Tyler. So, Meghan is in a conundrum right now. She can't do anything about him being the godfather of Lily. There's nothing that she can do, but it seems like her one supporting ally is now gone, right? So there you go. He's not going to be able to help and support her with anything, and it just shows you Meghan, she rushed to have this man.
I don't know how far this thing will go with Tyler Perry, Kim, because here's the deal. If they were going to settle, then why didn't they discuss this and do a mediator before this became public? Now, unless he wants $280 million, and if he didn't get it, he was going to out Tyler Perry. But I don't know. It may not go to court, but we'll see. Evil people definitely attack evil friends. Sue Clark, did you see on one of the TBN broadcasts when Tyler Perry lays hands on TD Jakes and TD Jakes started shaking and fell out? Did he? That's interesting. Oh, that is so cool, Diane. That is so cool. She made tacos for her grandkids. They're visiting from Ohio. Look at that. Good for you. That's right, Lizzie. Kim, I see the whole thing kind of fading. away. We'll see. Yeah, I do. No, it won't be another Diddy story. No. He'll end up paying them, but his reputation will probably be affected for sure. Yeah, I wonder about TD. I'm wondering, starting to.
Be the godfather of her child, not really even knowing this man, not even really trying to understand, well, who is he?
No, exactly.
Does he have a moral back?
Didn't even check him out. Don't even know nothing about Tyler Perry. That's right, P. Dinah. Meghan knows nothing about Tyler Perry. And now all of a sudden he's her Lily's goddad. Like how? You didn't know him from, she had never met Tyler Perry until Oprah Winfrey. Sorry about that. But isn't that true? Meghan knew nothing about Tyler Perry. All she knew is that he offered her a home, and then she started staying in his house. And then all of a sudden, she made him the baby's godmother, as if she's known him for years. That's what she get. I mean, not knowing anybody, not picking her family members. The Duchess does not care because Tyler Perry has money. You think, Carla, she didn't know the people at her wedding. She uses these things like business transactions. Exactly. Exactly, Carla. Carol. Exactly, Carol. Carla. It's Carla. Sorry, Carla. I do apologize, Carla. Please forgive me for saying your name incorrectly. Megsoon. Right. She didn't even know him. She invited him. He didn't come to her wedding. Tyler Perry's inappropriate behavior towards them, and it was always goes quiet. Quit. Oh, quiet. So some already came out about Tyler Perry, and that's what P. Dinah said. Hello, tropical life. Tyler Perry leave earlier from Lily's christening because there was no Lily. I think that's what I heard. That's what I heard too. Carla. Shanua. Okay.
Background where nothing scandalous would come out, and had she stuck around and took some time to know who he is as a person, she would have known the things that, like I said, people have known. Like Meghan is just a user, right? We know that, and so she just got caught.
She a user. She used Prince Harry to get access to his family so she could become famous, and then she left the royal family because she never wanted to be a part of the royal. She wanted to be a part of the royal family, but she didn't want to do the work. She didn't want to live there. She wanted to live somewhere where Oprah was and everything. The rich people, her rich people. I'm glad I have normal friends. Okay, Sue. You need them normal friends.
Right. Trying to use someone who now is going to make her look bad. I mean, she's already doing it, but she's just going to have someone now that's not going to really help her image. This is going to further taint her image.
It is.
So what can she do? I mean, this woman.
This messes up her image. That you would get someone like Tyler Perry to be Lily's godfather. Watch out now. Cabbage Patch doll sitting at the table with a skirt on that said Lily. I heard that too.
Nothing will go right for her. Nothing, because everything was in a rush. It was for pretentious reasons. It's never really with a good, honest heart to do something, to really know someone's character, to know what they're about. It's all about, do they have money? Can they help me? And when you base what you do on those criteria right there, you're always going to find yourself probably in a losing battle, because you're not making sound choices with good information. So yeah, it's bad for her.
Absolutely brilliant stuff as ever from P. Diner. If you do want to sign up for first access to our Uncancelled Royal After Show every weekday, www.
Thank you, P. Diner. That was awesome. Let's give them a like. Check out Dan Whitten if you like him. And I want to see what else. All lies. She's is not black. Meghan Markle exposed. He lost it. Prince Harry lost it. Let's see. Respect our pregnancy. South Park plot. Let's see what this is.
Developing right now, growing talk in Hollywood that South Park could be planning a Harry and Meghan sequel.
Oh,
goodness me. I would be very excited about this. Here's the headline in the Mail. Calls for South Park to take a second bite out of Harry and Meghan. New respect our pregnancy joke. Appears online after the Duchess's latest social media posts. Because can you imagine South Park going on that twerking
respect
video?
Our pregnancy joke.
Now, here's the Daily Mail reporting. Paramount is remaining tight-lipped about calls for the upcoming new series of South Park to feature an episode of Meghan Markle and Prince Harry.
Someone said that.
Fans of the satirical cartoon series roared with laughter when the royal...
Can you believe that? A new parody of Meghan? And this one's going to be the pregnant dance video. Impulsive. She does not think when making serious decisions. She doesn't. And then she has all these people around her to give her great advice on different things, and she doesn't adhere to it. Meghan literally could have built her own little business empire over the pond in England, but everyone sees her fraudulent ways. She used Harry and broke him away from his family completely. That's right, Melissa. Just to be that it Hollywood girl she never was and never will be. Nope, unfortunately. Layla Tisha, I just saw the threat made towards Danny about making the Vegas event look like Disneyland. Does she know? Yes, I'm sure Danny is fully aware of that. Nana, I'm sure she is, because I'm sure her Avengers have let her know. So I don't want to balk her down with another, did you hear about this? But very disgusting, very nasty, very, very immature, very childish. Like, why would you put that out there like that and threaten someone? It's appalling. It should be reported. It should be reported. I really do think so. Do you think they will, after his overdose, see Carla, I don't think that he had an overdose. I need proof. I need more proof to say that. And it doesn't even say that he went to the hospital. So that would be on the news, wouldn't it? Please tell her to take care. The person that made that threat was discussing with the owl, getting a PI to find Danny. Yeah, I don't think Danny is worried about them. But that's disgusting. It really is. Nana, I think she was out of order. She was wrong. I think it should be reported. I think it's disgusting. And that's nothing to joke about. JBC, that's true. Everyone is just a headline du jour. Then on to the next one. Oh, it did cross my mind too. They make up all sorts. See, I wasn't sure. It just, a source. Okay. And maybe he did, but yeah. He probably could have listened to this. They are finna go in on her again, South Park. Whatever it is, it's going to be the truth and good. And when is it coming out? We want our tape. We want our video. We want South Park. We want South Park.
Couple were depicted on an episode titled The Worldwide Privacy Tour in February 2023. It ridiculed Meghan and Harry's demands for privacy while on a publicity blitz for the prince's autobiography. Wow, a dig at Harry's memoir.
Yeah, so I don't know.
The cartoon prince and princess carried banners emblazoned with "Respect our privacy," a slogan they shouted at anyone who looked their way. Now viewers are hoping for another installment poking fun at them, citing the Delivery Ward twerking video posted by the Duchess
Delivery Ward twerking video
as perfect reference material for creators Trey Parker and Matt Stone. On social media site X, fans made a call back to respect our privacy line in response to reposts of Meghan's twerking clip. One said, "What about this isn't 100% South Park fodder? Bring on the Respect Our Pregnancy episode." Another simply pitched Meghan Markle twerking Respect Our Privacy movie. Others speculated producers are already creating storyboards for the projected episode. Meghan addressed the viral episode, of course, in that Emma Day podcast. Now, Paramount, this is what's interesting. They haven't confirmed or denied the rumors, telling Mail Online, "We don't actually have any confirmed details we can share around the new series of South Park, but we'll be in touch once we have." Now, P. Dinah, come on. There's been rumors about this for a very long time. Surely, don't you think that the twerking video will have just made those South Park guys think this is too good? This is too good. Maybe they think they're beyond parody now, though.
Exactly. I don't know if you've seen, there's been a lot of memes out there already. Can you imagine what South Park is going to do with that? It's going to be hilarious. I cannot wait. I know Meghan and Harry, I think at one time they tried to prevent it, like with threatening with a lawsuit or something. Yeah. But it's going to be brutal. All the things that have happened since this privacy tour is going to, there's so much content now for them. I am so looking forward to seeing something because I think it's going to.
They have a lot of content. They got an overload of it. We cannot trust the mainstream media to tell the truth. They saw the bump at her knees and have said nothing. So it could be true about Harry. That's true, Nana. As long as PR Princess Catherine is okay, I'll be happy. Oh, Lizzie. allegedly, if he had overdosed, I can see the palace covering it up and nobody would know one way or another. Interesting, Heather. It would have been a dream to have an American princess that brings a spark to the royal family, and Meghan to make us look so bad. Yes, she does, Melissa. She does. She makes us look so bad. Like all women are like her. We are not like that. American women are not like her. Y'all just got the bad apple. She just got the bad apple. I mean, Harry did. We all did. Grace Kelly filled those shoes beautifully.
To be much bigger and better than what was already put out there with South Park. They have really got this down, Harry and Meghan, and it can't be good for your brand. It can't be good for what you're trying to do now, and making fun of her selling. You know, they talked about that. Or actually, I think it's another cartoon, but still, Meghan has got so much out there for people to make fun of. But like she said during the podcast, she's going to keep going. She's never going to take no. She's just going to keep creating content for people to make fun of her. And she will always be laughed at. People are not laughing with her because they are a joke. They are a farce. They can't be taken seriously. And that's the problem. They can't even see that they can't make anything legit because they're going to be poked at all the time. Regular people on their memes, South Park, other people. That's what people see. And that's what they'll remember when Meghan tries to make it look like it's a legitimate business or family and whatever they're doing. It's not going to be taken seriously.
No.
And I don't know how she gets around it. She can't.
Yeah.
Can you believe that more than half of you are watching this video but not subscribed? So please do me a huge favor. Wasn't it? And I'll show you what she said in just a moment. But
Meghan will never be able to get around her failures. This skit, Hello, Isabella. Oh, good. I hope everything is okay. You said it's routine. Nothing to worry about. See you all later. Okay, Isabella. Take care. Yes.
she axed her own podcast, but she pretended that she was axing it because she was, you know, really wanting to focus on the business. Whereas
she quit the Lemonado. Lemonado is done, so she can focus on the business. Again, Lemonado is gone because she wants to focus on the business. Bye, Isabella. Meghan is her own enemy. Had she matured, confronted her own inner demons, and a heart-to-heart convo exposing her past traumas, Meghan, maybe she could have been relatable. She's a shell of a person we see through. Maybe, Melissa, maybe put a 1 in the chat if you think if Meghan had have gone through some type of therapy, then maybe she wouldn't be this person. Maybe they would have been able to bring out her issues so they can discuss it and fix it. Is she fixable? I don't think she's fixable because she doesn't think anything is wrong. Remember she was on the steps talking about she didn't want to be here anymore, but then called HR because she was having those thoughts in her head. She needs to call therapists now to fix whatever is wrong in there. She needs to call a therapist now because she's got some issues. And it could be from past trauma. Okay, have fun with the grandkids, Diane. Give them some hugging kisses from us. Yeah, I don't think you can fix narcissistic. I don't think so either. I think they're gone. Seriously. Maybe if Meghan was not lazy and could work on herself, she needs some help, some mental change around help. Let's get up in there and rearrange some stuff kind of help. Meghan needs to realize she needs fixing. Yep. That's a good one. Kim, Shanua, sorry, had to pop out for 10 minutes. Diddy is only a distraction. They made him a scapegoat like they did with Jeffrey. Wow, interesting. We're going to get back on the Diddy stuff too, guys, on tomorrow because they go back to court, I think, tomorrow, right? Yes, you have to be able to see. You got to be able to listen too, because people will tell you, like, there's something wrong here. Maybe you need to go get this checked out, or maybe you need to go get that checked out. People will tell you and warn you. Narcs are always right. Yep. If they go to a shrink, which is rare, they rewrite the narrative. Also, many shrinks are narcissists themselves. Correct, Letitia. Unfortunately, personality disorder like narcissism cannot be fixed with therapy, and Meghan will never change into someone better version that people want of her. She will never regret. Wow, that is a shame that she will always be this person and never really get to know that she was wrong. It was your fault. These are the things that you did. I think the trial is going to be over in a couple of weeks. 2 more weeks. She will never say sorry and take accountability. Never. And that's part of her failures. Because she likes to talk about how good she is and how wonderful she is and how she feels good when she's doing things for others and showing up for others and that stupid stuff. POV said Emma is lying about Meghan. I just unsubscribed his channel. Oh, Susan, Meghan would need a therapist. That was like a Judge Judy. Hello, Rachel. According to HD Tutor, narcs get worse as they age. That's not good. MM is definitely getting a lot worse. Yeah, she's a dictator in Hills. She's a bully. She went after the royal family. And it's really sad. Psych ward and make her find the corners. They'll keep her busy. Shanua says stupid stuff. And she would curse her and storm out. Yep. Meghan will eventually get her comeuppance. The question is when. Can't wait. It will be epic. I know. Doesn't it feel like she's kind of getting it now, Kim? with all the failures, with Lemonado being a failure, talking about she quitting that because she wants to spend time on focusing on her brand. It makes no sense. It's a liathon. Most narcissist people do not take accountability because it is like looking in the mirror, and they hate to look in the mirror.
She must think we're stupid, P. Dinah. We all know this has been a monumental flop. I mean, Meghan has had flop after flop. Sometimes I actually feel bad because it's like all we're doing is talking about flops, but it's like these flops
but
almost
it is
get
what
bigger.
It is
and
the failure. Unfortunately,
actually,
it is what it is.
No flop has been bigger.
It may seem like we're talking bad about Meghan. It may seem like we're trying to be mean to her or talk down on her, but that's not true. It's factual. These things are really happening in your life. You have become this person, and this person is not liked. And that is all your fault. You did that on your own. No one did that but you.
Then Confessions of a Female Founder, because it was the most publicized podcast in the world, P. Dinah.
Yeah.
Like, trust me. I'm in the top 100 podcasts on YouTube in America, right? But there is so much competition. We would all die to have the sort of publicity that Meghan received for this podcast. But then look at this Newsweek reporting this week. Meghan Markle podcast loses in the charts to her biggest critics. Meghan Markle's podcast was outperformed during its 9-week run by rival shows from staunch critics. I have to say, I'm loving this. The Duchess of Sussex launched Confessions of a Female Founder on April the 8th. Final episode dropped on June the 3rd. At its height, Meghan's show hit second place among Apple podcasts, but quickly slipped down the charts after the first 2 episodes, while on Spotify, it hovered around 21st place. That put it behind some big-name political and debate podcasts from commentators with whom she does not see eye to eye. Newsweek reported Confessions came into the Spotify chart at number 24 on April 10th. Archived versions of the site show that by April 12th, it had dropped out of the top 100 again. It's since, by the way, dropped out of the top 100 altogether. Historical Apple chart data more difficult to recover, with archive versions limited to the top 6 podcasts daily. Confessions did particularly well on Apple after its first episode, which featured Bumble's Whitney Wolf Herd, but it dropped on April the 8th, landing in second place. Its second episode, 5th place, but since then, P. Dinah did not return to the top 6 at all. News reports recorded it dropping out of the top 200 by April the 26th. And what's so hilarious about this, of course, is that all of it puts it some way behind high-profile names and critics of the couple. Former Fox News host Tucker Carlson consistently came in the top 10 on Spotify throughout the period, usually 5th or 7th with the Tucker Carlson show. He has previously said that Piers Morgan losing his job for doubting Meghan's account of suicidal thoughts was the most insane thing I've ever seen. He added in the January interview with Morgan, Meghan Markle does not represent Black people in the United States. Then there's Candace Owens coming in 9th or 10th place in the week when Meghan's show was at 21st. You remember Owens denounced Meghan and Harry for visiting the LA disaster fire zone, telling Newsweek in a statement, "I agree with the general public sentiment that Meghan and Harry are inauthentic ambulance chasers." Then there's Joe Rogan. P. Dinah, the Joe Rogan Experience was at the top of the Spotify charts on Monday and was consistently among the top few shows on both Spotify and Apple throughout the period. Its host has been far less personally critical of the Sussexes than House and Owens and others, but Harry and Meghan took aim at him in January 2022 during the COVID-19 era. So, P. Dinah, I have to be honest, there's something very sweet about this. All of Meghan's big-time critics thrashing her in the charts, thrashing her despite all of that publicity.
Oh my goodness, it's just so great, isn't it? I just love seeing it because it really shows how Meghan has no power. She has no sustainability.
Nothing.
She doesn't have the it factor, even with her connection to the royal family. And that should really tell you something about your character, that even with the connection of royalty behind you, you can't even get in the top rating.
She doesn't have the royal family backing her anymore. Not even backing her. The royal family, she's not a part of the royal family. She hasn't been back since Elizabeth pretty much gave her that title. She's been running with it, monetizing it, doing stupid stuff with it. Yes, people are turning. Yes, people are turning. Megyn Kelly said that Meghan looks like she has a baby bump. It didn't look real. That's the first time closer to mainstream media as we're going to get it that's telling the truth.
Of people who are talking negatively about you, because what they're doing is they're calling out her behavior, and Meghan is trying to ignore her behavior. She's trying to ignore all the things that these people, these podcasters are saying, while at the same time trying to be legitimate in the things she's talking about, like her business and her jams and, you know, her Netflix. She's trying to like, look at this, you know, I'm doing all these wonderful things, but people really want to hear the things that these top podcasters are talking about. And even you, Dan, like they want to hear that because that's more interesting. Because what Meghan is doing is trying to legitimize her standing as someone who has something legitimate to talk about. But you don't. People are going to keep resorting to what you've done in the past, your behavior, how you have ousted the royal family. You tried to bring them down. And all you did was you brought yourself down, talking negatively about your family, the royal family, and your family, Meghan. And you're trying to ignore it like it doesn't exist and trying to talk about these legitimate things. No one is going to look at it, anything that you do. You have no sustainability, Meghan, with anything that you do. People will watch the first time, maybe the second time, but after that, they're getting rid of you. They're kicking you to the curb, girl. And they don't want to hear you. They want to hear the people that are going to check you, who are going to keep talking about you and your behavior. And until you wake up and talk, I listen to what these people are saying, Meghan, you're never going to go anywhere with anything you try to legitimize with your products, your shows, you know, your branding, whatever, girl. It's boring. You're boring. No one wants to hear you. But people sure do love hearing about the things you've done, how they're calling you out. We want to hear about that. Okay. You know, and Meghan, maybe you can start doing well if you start to address it. Start to address the things that you have done. Yeah. Maybe people will listen to you. Yeah. But no, they will never listen to you. But we'll listen to these podcasters because they're talking about the things we want to hear. And we want you, Meghan, eventually to find accountability from and start recognizing it. Yeah. But she won't. She wants to ignore it. It's terrible. I mean, doesn't she get it?
Totally.
Doesn't she get it?
Totally, because this whole podcast.
Be honest, all right. She's never going to be successful until she look in the mirror. Which means she's never going to look in the mirror. And this is how she's going to be for the rest of her life. Narcissistic.
Right. With Emma Grede, it was about authenticity. Right. But they avoided talking about.
We are done with them. We're moving on. We're going to Proper Wise Guy. And then we're going to shut it down. Now, I'm a little behind in my videos for Proper Wise Guy, but we're going to start right Oh, okay. We need to finish this one. We were in the middle of it.
It's 8%. Kim Kardashian has 35%, and I believe Jen's has a more of a bulk portion, maybe 50% or above. And then whatever the differences are, like some other investors, possibly. Okay, this is just what my research showed. But one thing I want to show you is this. This lady is wearing the white. She's running the show. This probably set Shiesty off right off the bat, right? Puts Shiesty on the back foot. Then she looks, she's dialed in. She looks really presentable. I mean, this Pirates of the Caribbean, thing right here. I don't know what's going on here. This necklace is gaudy as all hell. But okay. Other than that, she's pressed, sharp, buttons look good, everything looks good. Okay, she's not the snuffleupagus wrinkleless here. The shiestiest of the wrinklemeisters.
You have to be authentic.
Now you could just tell right off the bat. Let's go back.
Just be authentic. Did you see my baby mama dance?
You see my baby mama dance? You see my baby bubble dance? You see my baby bubble dance? Okay. Shiesty is losing it.
Authentic. Just be authentic. Did you see my baby mama dance? I mean, stop it. First of all, can I just tell you that?
You hear that laugh? Are you shitting me? Are you shitting me right now?
Yes.
Just be authentic. Did you see my baby mama dance? I mean, stop it. First of all, can I just tell you?
Like, what is going on, lady? Chill out.
The timing of that.
Okay, left hand always up. Now look at this shit. She's got these huge shoulder pads on. Yeah. Right. She's wrinkled as all shit here. This looks bad.
Show her.
Okay. I don't know why she's wearing this. Whatever's going on here. She's got to look down. Left hand always by the face. Always by the face of the left hand. Okay. No matter what. Right.
Timing of that.
She thinks it's so hysterical.
We maybe watched it like 20 times yesterday, and I was like, is that her? Oh my God.
Okay, now we got more left hand by the face for no apparent reason. Now she's got to rub the hair. By the way, the hair is like uber, allegedly, extensioned out of her mind.
Yeah.
Like, what is going on here? What is going on here? Why does your hair look like it looks so thick? It's ridiculous. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Prince Harry there with the fingers and the. I was like, okay, yeah, okay, Meghan and Harry, let's go. But I think that's you, right? Like that.
Now this is the part that just kills her. Somebody is talking over the shiest and dominating the conversation.
Yep.
Shiest doesn't know how to deal with this. You got to think every single interview, except for Drew Barrymore, who kind of slid in that dig about, Princess Diana and the fact that it was the greatest day of her life. She was like, this was the greatest day of my life. I mean, you're nothing compared to her. It was, you're not even close. It was the most wonderful day in the world. And I met her. You know what I mean? That crushed Meghan right there on the show. However, most everybody spit shine polishes the Scheissmeister's hiney. Not this lady. Oh, I can't wait for this whole thing.
That's you in a way that we kind of haven't been able to see you before. And
look at the batting of the eyes. Look at the batting of the eyes.
Been able to see you before. And I did like.
She's like, oh my God, bitch. I'm going to shove this microphone right into your eyeball. Okay.
Like a little secret cheer. Because I was like, well, that's what I kind of want to see from you. Like, I want to see that happiness and that honesty.
Now, watch the jaw clench. Okay. Watch the jaw clench. Her eye is like her eye is, she has a sty in her eye for one. One's wide open. One's like, she's like, it's like cocked. She's having like a twitch moment here.
And that, like, well, that's what I kind of want to see from you. Like, I want to see that happiness and that honesty. And
look at the jaw. What? Just slow mo this, okay? Look at the jaw. And look at that shit right there. Whoa. Coño, man. She looked like she been to Colombia, man. Coño, man.
That, like, I don't give a but also, by the way.
Okay, now here's Buzzkill Sharkle. Okay. First of all, when the twerking video came out, and I've said this on multiple occasions, anytime she looks like she's actually trying to be somewhat remotely, enjoying herself, I'm assuming she is on.
Okay, yeah, let's bring that up. Let's talk about what's going on with Iran, Israel, and the U.S. It's getting a bit dicey. It's getting a lot dicey. Didn't the U.S. attack Iran for Israel? What do you think about it, Kim? Meghan thinks everyone is beneath her. Realness, and she's not real, that's for sure. She's a fake-a-do. Kim, not really the forum for that discussion. Is that politics, or is it, God, why does everything have to be politics? Why can't it be just a discussion about us doing something? The real life stuff that's happening. Things could be going on in your backyard right now, and you'd be like, let's don't talk about that. No. My husband was surprised we're not talking about it. He's like, did you bring it up? I was like, no, but no one else has, except now. Yes, Kim, I agree. I agree. Sounds like we didn't inserted ourselves into some stuff. Kim, I'm glad you brought it up. Dan was a sensationalist style. I watched some of his videos. I like Dan. I come to this channel to get away from the madness. I watch the news. You do? I don't. I come here to get away from it all. That's true, but it's going to be hard to get away from it. Yes, and they said that they have nuclear stuff, and they don't have nuclear stuff because they're just, like my husband said, they're making stuff from nuclear chemicals, but they don't have any nukes, right, honey? What's going on?
Major substances. I don't care if it's a bunch of wine, something. Okay. She had to be so loosey-goosey, and so did H, because she is so wound tight and so uptight. Think about this. This lady's just like, oh, you know what? It was, this is what I want to see. This is great. And now, Shice my big buzzkill.
I kind of want to see from you. Like, I want to see that happiness and that honesty and that, like, I don't give a f.
But also, by the way, that wasn't yesterday.
No,
that was 4 years ago. So it's also a really great reminder that with all the noise or whatever people do.
I mean, could you imagine? Like, oh my God. Oh my God. You sound like the substitute teacher that doesn't know anything, that showed up, or the HR person that you got to go see and they want to sit and they, you know what I mean? It's just like, oh, for F's sake, please. Where's the window? I want to jump out the window like Guy did. Do you know what I mean? It's like, what are you talking about? Like, oh my God, just talk about bringing the energy down.
Their still whole life.
You know what? As much as I disapprove of Brooke and her, you know, fur fantasy, you know, whatever that excursion,
fur fantasy,
I totally get her wanting to shut this shit down.
A real, authentic, fun.
You know, Brooke Shields went and picked out her fur coat and picked out her fur with the fur maker. Yeah. Iran was not developing nuclear weapons. They said they wasn't, and they go and check to make sure that they're not doing nuclear weapons. Why didn't they go and check like they normally do? Why did they just start bombing them? That's just like, oh, Letitia's making nuclear weapons, but we don't know if she is or not. So we better go check. They have full access to that, to be able to check that. I found that out. They backed out of their last UN inspection. That's interesting. But does that mean let's bomb them? That's a sign? It's not justified. I do too. I think we've been living in dangerous times. No. No, we have not been. Now we are. When you can go to a graduation, Kim, a graduation, check this out, and ICE is outside waiting on you. That's some serious stuff. ICE is taking people out of their homes, out of their beds, putting them in a car, and arresting these people. And then later letting them go because they realize that they're citizens. It's crazy over here. Things are happening that shouldn't be. Inhumane things. You don't pick somebody off the street and throw them in a paddy wagon because they're not the same color as you. Oh, you don't look white and you don't look black. So get in the car. No, we don't.
Life that's happening behind the scenes.
By the way, here's another thing. Anybody that has a real anything, fun, outgoing, you know, quiet, whatever your situation is, you don't have to prove it to anybody, nor do you give a shit what anybody thinks because you know it's happening.
Right.
I'm just grateful that now.
And here's the other thing that gives her away. She goes on about the noise.
Yesterday, that was 4 years ago. So it's also a really great reminder that with all the noise or whatever.
A reminder to who? To who? You have to remind people that you're fun?
Right.
That I was fun 4 years ago when it looked like I was, you know, out of my gourd. And so was H.
People do. There's still a whole life, a real, authentic, fun life that's happening behind the scenes. I'm fun. I'm
fun.
I'm fun.
Okay.
The whole fun life happening behind.
Can't you tell? Can't you tell how much freaking fun I am? I'm so fun. Please. Just ask my little those whoever those kids are.
That's what she's trying to tell us, that she's fun, witty, and she enjoys life. She has to tell us. We didn't get that from the video. I didn't get it from the video. Yeah, we do. We got to pay attention. Oh, wow. No, that is not the same. You cannot compare the two.
That show up once in a while and we take photos. They'll tell you I'm fun. I'm the fun one. Now, one more clip I want to show you. All right, this is where it gets real deep, real quick. Okay, so listen to this.
If you could rewrite your public narrative from scratch, is there anything that you would do differently?
Yes, I would ask people to tell the truth.
Okay. Do you believe the balls?
She asked her if you could change anything about your personal persona, what would you change? She could have said a lot of things. She could have really honed in on some things that she has been saying and lying about. Well, I think I probably would have not encouraged Harry to write the book Spare, or leave out some of the personal things from the family. Yeah, I probably would have invited my father to the wedding, just some real stuff to tell the truth. We are telling the truth about you. You don't want to keep going around lying and telling stories. Yeah, they should have let them to check, but I don't think they should be over there bombing either. Yes, Susan, she makes everyone sign an NDA. Everyone. She can make me sign an NDA and I wouldn't care, because I would still sue her. I'd be like, yeah, I signed the NDA. That doesn't mean that I can put up with her bulliness and her recklessness.
I would ask people to tell the truth. First of all, here's the thing too, like, if you know the truth, you're not really worried about what everybody else thinks.
Right.
You know the truth. If you're really a fun person, you don't have to. I thought she was out of the prove it game. All she wants to do is prove it.
Prove it.
And even in the previous clip, she's like, there's all this noise out there. It's like, clearly she and H are so vain and so narcissistic that they probably spend the majority of their time. I'm sure they are watching not every channel, but a lot of channels. I'm sure they are reading every single article they can get their hands on of the reputable, the normal, the Daily Mail, Page 6, whatever, Hello, Radar, Daily Beast, whatever, all that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? Something that's like, Walking Weekly or something. I'm sure they're not giving a shit about that. But I know for a fact, I know they have to be glued to every little detail and every little thing that people say about them. And can you believe that this is the clips that they put out? So think about this. So Shiesty didn't control the narrative. She got talked over. Nobody's done that to Shiesty yet. So she hates that shit, where this person's not like kissing her ass and interrupting her to boot. She couldn't wear the clothes that she wanted because that wasn't her vibe and her style. And she's got the Peaky Blinders little, man vest on now. Markle Macron. I'm telling you, this is going from bad to worse. And I'm telling you, stick in there, because we've all been waiting for this train wreck to finally, go somewhere. And I believe that we are, at that cusp.
He said we are at that cusp. Okay. We'll One more. Meghan destroyed. Candace Owens call her out. Uh-oh.
And we both got high. Miss my life?
I think you're telling to F off.
How much money?
All right, what's going on, everybody, folks? How you doing? How you feeling? You having a good day? Is everything going all right? Listen,
Proper
thanks
wise
for tuning in. Thanks
guy.
for being part of the show. Who loves you, baby? All right, so let me set this up. So Candace Owens, you know, a journalist, goes into a lot of, you know, deep subjects, covers all kinds of stuff, doesn't really focus on the Sharkle, the Markle, or Sizzle nuts, okay? Talks about him here and there. The last time she talked about him, I did a video about it, was the fires. And I'll play a little clip of that.
Take a listen. Here's what she's doing. It looked as if, you know, the two of them might want to really be helpful. As I saw actually Meghan Markle like stoop down and you know, take off the lid of a plastic bin. Do they want to really get down and dirty?
She stooped down and she picked up the lid of a plastic bin. And that's how I knew my girl was real. And I just want to thank Meghan for doing that. It's very helpful for her to stoop down and do that. If there's any plastic bins you guys see around that need picking up, you can hit up your girl, Meghan Markle. It's amazing. I really got just such a chuckle out of that description. It's just such a nonsense. Nobody cares. Send money and food is about what these people need.
But the point is this.
Send money and send food.
In my opinion, I don't think she's that invested in, you know, in the lore and the whole, you know, the deep dive into these two. And that's real lucky for Scheissmeist and Sizzle Nuts. Okay. Just ask Brigitte if they want Candace to start, you know, doing some investigative work into her. So Candace just got back from maternity leave. Congratulations. She just had her fourth little person. Okay? Now she's sitting here just casually seeing this and commenting on it. However, she draws a lot of good parallels, and it's a great insight into the actual. I mean, just from somebody that's not even that invested in it, just seeing this whole thing, she puts a lot of connections together that are awesome. So let's get into this, as they say.
He writes, 4 years ago, this also happened. That both of our children were a week past their due dates. So when spicy food, all that walking and acupuncture didn't work, there was only one thing left to do: laugh. And here is the clip, and it's her, and it's Prince Harry, and he's got some good moves, and she's dancing, and she's holding her belly, and they're in the hospital, and she's twerking and dancing, and this is supposed to be really relatable. Except it bothers me, and I will tell you why it bothers me, and you can tell me if you think that I'm being unfair. It bothers me first because it's a lie, right? She's not in the hospital trying to induce labor by twerking. The hospital will not give you a bed because you're trying to induce labor. You are not allowed to. Take it from me. I've had 4 children.
Again, segue. So she doesn't know all the, you know, moon bump. I'm assuming she doesn't know the moon bump, you know, stuff, the surrogacy stuff, you know, et cetera, et cetera. Okay. So keep that in mind.
Unless you are literally in the middle of labor, even if you are in the middle of labor, if you're not dilated enough, they're not going to give you a hospital bed. Okay. So you didn't go to the hospital and say, hey, I'm a week overdue. Do you mind giving me a room and admitting me so I can try to twerk with Harry and see if I get the baby going? No, you already agreed to the induction because you were a week past due. You were in the hospital and they were about to give you Pitocin to induce the baby. And then you had this idea with your husband that you should twerk and put up a camera. That's the part that really bothers me. Put up a camera, fixate it, and then both of you start twerking. Because in her mind, she was thinking, I'm going to release this later in a Netflix doc or release it later to show people how relatable I am. Otherwise, you can have a cute moment with your husband without recording it. Like, why would you record this for any reason? Why would you record this in the hospital?
Again, let me segue this. Scheissmeist, who Lord only knows how much videotape Scheissmeist has. This is the same woman that was on the phone with a girlfriend saying she thinks H is going to propose, and then recorded the proposal. So Lord only knows. Remember, and even in their documentary, they recorded like every stupid. It's so bizarre. I was going over a funny video that I did on them that I was going to put up on my other account, and it's just so ridiculous how they recorded themselves, like, just every second of their whole escape or whatever their whole nonsense was. So that's my point. You see what I'm saying? Like they're recording everything. So Lord only knows when this realistically was taking place, but I'm sure they recorded everything. You know what I mean? And especially her. And
in case you think that I'm being unfair, a week after she drops this, she goes on a podcast, Emma Greed's podcast, Aspire, and Emma Greed questions her. She gets a lot of hate. People don't think you're authentic. Like, what do you have to say to people who don't think you're authentic? And here's what Meghan Markle says.
You look poor. You look broke ass.
Hello, little baby. You have to be authentic. Just be authentic. Did you see my baby mama dance? I mean, stop it. First of all, can I just tell you the timing of
Candace's
that?
Face.
The timing of that. We maybe watched it like 20 times yesterday. And I was like,
okay, let's come out of there. So she's saying,
you know what's a bizarre moment I just realized too is Emma just said, so she's on the well, who knows when this podcast was shot, but she's like, we just watched it yesterday. So does that mean Emma just got wind of the video the day before their interview, or did she just drop the video and then the next day do the interview? I don't know. It's a bizarre. Who knows with Scheist? Who knows?
You need proof that I'm authentic? I just dropped myself twerking. Obviously, I'm authentic. So she's bringing that up to say there is now PR. I have proven that I am authentic because I twerked with my husband in a room. That's not a normal way to answer the question. If somebody asked me about my authenticity, I would say I don't need to justify that I authentically am who I am. Like, me and my husband don't feel the need to respond to the internet, but she's like, we dropped the clip and that proves we're authentic. Did you see my baby mama twerk? It's giving Hillary Clinton hot sauce comment on the Breakfast Club, notoriously when she was running for office. And
same thing we said in the video the other day. Like if
whatever.
You truly are whatever, anything, and you know that you're that, you don't have to sit there and prove it, or you know what I mean. You don't have to say all that. And by the way, that question was allegedly, in my opinion, a setup on that Emma deal. You know what I mean? So and that was Sharkle's first response. No way.
She went on Power 105, and they, at that time, Beyonce's song was like #1 in the world.
So put this together. So she just said, this reminds me of Hillary Clinton's hot sauce vibes. Think about this. Hillary Clinton, right, goes to visit. I'm just saying, like, Candace is just putting this all together. You know what I mean? Hillary Clinton, you're supposed to believe that Hillary Clinton goes and visits because she wants to go have a girl chat. Markle at the cottage, the cottage. You see what I'm saying? Tell me they're not operatives.
A hot sauce in my bag swag. I think that's from Formation. And they asked Hillary Clinton again,
a Beyonce song,
to be more relatable. And here's what Hillary Clinton actually said when she was running for president.
What's something that you always carry with you?
Hot sauce.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Are you getting information right now? Hot sauce. Hot sauce in my bag, swag?
Hot sauce.
Really?
Yes.
Now listen, I just want you to know, people are going to see this and say, okay, she's pandering to black people.
Yeah. Now here's the deal too. You believe like these three shills don't say anything back, don't question her about like, oh really? What kind of hot sauce is it? Oh, can you show it to us? Oh, I'd be interested to know. What's your brand? What's your brand? Folks, I love hot sauce. I put it on everything. I never even thought in twice to carry it somewhere.
Okay. Is it working?
Yeah.
Respect. She's like, yeah, I'm pandering, but is it working? I actually kind of respect her for that. I kind of love Hillary for that moment. It was so real, but that's what that is giving. And like I said, there is no brand clarity. It's like she's so lost. It's like 2 weeks ago, Meghan Markle is selling $3 million jars of jam.
Yep.
Okay, so I just wanted to play you that clip. She goes into a lot more, the details about stuff. But you have to realize that from an outside view, Candace isn't really that deep and invested in these two yo-yos. But just seeing that, and then you see that Emma asked that question, which is most likely 100% pre-planned. And here's the other thing, too. Think about this. Markle is so big and so blown up and all this other jazz. Yet she goes on Emma's podcast, who, I mean, I'm not saying that it matters, but I mean, it's not like she's some huge podcaster.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's just like she's got like 21,000 subscribers. I mean, not that that matters, but I'm just saying, like, you're supposedly, you know, this Netflix person, you're a celebrity, you've got a brand, you've got all this stuff, yet you're going on this lady's teensy podcast, by the way, that must be well funded. Because, you know, she had a good set. She has a whole team. She had makeup. They'll, you know, they're doing all this behind the scenes crap. It just, all of it is just fishy. And then, and I love how she ties to the Hillary Clinton thing. Hillary Clinton, okay? If you know anything about Hillary Clinton, by the way, I'm going to put a video up on my other account about Hillary today. If you know anything about Hillary Clinton, and you think she's going to go have girl time or just wants to go have a chit chat with somebody, and then a year later, Markle exits, and then all of a sudden Markle's wired in to everybody in California, the Newsom and all this. You're going to tell me that Markle knew Newsom? As always, let me know your thoughts. Who loves you, baby?
Who loves you, baby?
Well, guys, wasn't that wonderful? I enjoyed it. We just did some let's review kind of today. Let's just review what's been going on with Meghan. And wow, just catching up. Hold on, guys. Welcoming Harry to his new freedom.
Is not going to be anything else but just you and your wife and these kids and your little bubble, and everything else around you is going to continue to flourish and grow and be great. And you're going to continue to deplete, decline, and suffer.
Reading the comments.
Developing today,
I want Danny to
the truth is emerging about the real reason why Prince Harry changed his mind in terms of Meghan Markle pimping out their children. And trust me, that is now what is happening. And it is going to happen on a regular basis. And the key moment.
Okay. Lady Letitia, I've been reading comments. Many don't want Danny to remove the strikes. Your channel is safe. May I ask you, think about telling Danny to leave them? Others are targets and she will be worse. Nana, that is a good question. That is a good question. I don't know what's going to happen. All I know is that at one point she gave her 6 hours, but it feels like she's trying to give her the benefit of the doubt to get rid of the strikes on my page, and she will release hers, but it's only if she will release mine, and mine haven't been released yet. And so I don't know what's going to happen, Nana. I really don't. I really don't know what's going to happen. But I know today, again, guys, we've been working behind the scenes trying to get this taken care of, and it's still pending. So, yeah, it still says strike. It's interesting that they don't want her to take away her strikes. Yeah, it's just still not moving. And I think YouTube is 24. So I don't know. Anyway, yes. Good question, Anna.
Was last weekend's decision for Prince Harry to allow Meghan to post that Father's Day video, which quite...
Did they say why they didn't want it to be removed? Is because she'll go after other people and be nasty still? You think maybe she's learning her lesson? Or no? I know Danny would say no. I mean, I don't know what Danny would say. Never speak for her. I could never speak for Danny. Let's just be clear. Never, ever. It's really Danny's decision on how she wants to handle this, Nana. It's really totally up to her because she has it in her corner. So it's totally up to what Danny decides and wants to do. Sharko Markles. Okay, guys, listen. We're going to shut it down. Let's see.
Simply made it clear that this is now their big money maker.
What is?
So, from the Daily Mail, insider claims there is one heartbreaking reason behind Harry's change of heart about letting Archie and Lilibet's photo be posted. And they report what's with the change of direction at the court of Montecito. Recently, Meghan has gone from guarding her kids' privacy to posting a torrent of pics and family videos on Instagram. She says it's all about authenticity. Even that infamous clip of her twerking while in labor. She commented on that Emma Day podcast this week. I'm just grateful that now being back on socials, I can share it on my own terms. But what about husband Prince Harry? Well, the spotlight can reveal while he's suddenly all in on the Sussex
He's all in because she's the boss. She's telling him what to do. I'm the boss. I'm running this. We're going to show the kids. Get ready. We don't even have to listen to his response.
And no, it's not about brand building. The insider reveals Harry is completely heartbroken. His dad refuses to see him or the kids, not even on Zoom. This isn't a PR move, it's desperation. He just wants Charles to see what he's missing. Harry recently told reporters that the king won't talk to him. Royal experts said at the time that Charles was unable to speak to him because of that police protection case. Still, it sounds like while Meghan's proudly posting home videos and beach and bike rides, Harry's quietly hoping his father might watch from afar. The insider adds, Harry's tried everything.
True.
Called, olive branches, nothing works.
I wonder what she's
This is his last resort. Subtext, while Meghan's got her groove back with the help of strawberry jams and a soft-focused Montecito dream, Harry's seriously aching over the rift. Wow, P. Diner, royal YouTube sensation. This is fascinating reporting, but who cares? Who cares if Harry's upset about it? I'm sorry. He was warned. This guy was warned time and time again about the consequences of his actions. And I think it just shows you, P. Diner, how distant he now is from his dad, in thinking that these Instagram videos are going to make the king think, oh gosh, that's why I need to get back in touch. No, he's accepted, just like Thomas Markle Sr. has accepted. I'm probably never going to see these two children again. If you're enjoying what we're doing here on Outspoken, please consider joining our thriving community over on Substack, www.outspoken.live. You can sign up.
And you know what I find is so interesting? It's like Harry has actually now lost his voice. He can't do anything. He can't stand up for anything because Meghan's going to take it away. This man has just gone so down, and he thinks that he's trying to, I don't know, make an olive branch to his family and not really come clean about anything that he's done and try to show a little bit of remorse for what he has done. I mean, everything that they have done is a disaster. And you know, people have moved on. I mean, look how great the royal family is doing now. They are really doing a great job. I think they're very well received. Meghan and Harry are an afterthought. People do not give them a second look. And you know, Harry just needs to recognize that this is his new life. Your new life is, you know, having your time with your family without your family, Harry, your extended family, and everyone's growing up around you, you know, and I think the heartbreak is going to happen once the children are much older. The cousins of his children are never going to know him. They're going to be like strangers if they ever meet him. And these are things that happen in this time capsule where it's going to be too late. The time is actually now, but you can't even get your family to recognize you. So, you know, I think you're in a position now where your life has really become your new normal and you need to accept it. But for me, Dan, it is sad, but at the same time, Harry, this is what you get. You were happy on that freedom flight. Well, welcome to your new freedom, okay? Because this is not going to be anything else but just you and your wife and these kids in your little bubble, and everything else around you is going to continue to flourish and grow and be great. And you're going to continue to deplete, decline, and suffer in your quiet silence. I mean, your quiet life. And this is just so disastrous. Nothing will go his way. Absolutely not. He's getting what he deserves, right? You make choices. These are the actions that you did. You did these things, Harry. And now you have to pay the price, right? I mean, it's what it is.
And the thing is, P. Diner, even after the freedom flight, there were opportunities for Harry to still maintain a relationship with his family, especially his father. I mean, I remember when I was a columnist at the Mail Online, writing very strident, well-sourced articles almost as a message to Harry, saying from the royal family point of view, look, there are some red lines here, mate, and spare is a real red line. But if you're careful in your tell-all autobiography, if you don't slag off Queen Camilla and Catherine, the Princess of Wales in particular, if you're still relatively kind to your brother and your father, you know, that might not be a red line cross. Well, I mean, he just crossed every single one of those red lines.
Yeah, he
so
crossed
the warnings
everything.
were there. Obviously, I guess the only sympathy is maybe in terms of these two hapless children themselves, P. Dinah. I mean, these kids are going to grow up knowing that quite possibly, or at some point they'll grow up knowing quite possibly their mother and father lied about the circumstances connected to their birth, to the world. Like, that is going to mess you up. But then it's going to be like, oh my goodness, we had this opportunity to have these historic figures, these internationally historic figures as part of our lives, and our weird and selfish parents decided no.
Right.
And so it's all well and good for Harry to want to get Charles on a Zoom now. But you know what would happen, P. Dinah? He goes on that Zoom, and mark my words, even now, within a month, it would be featured in an article on the cover of People magazine, or an article on the cover of Us Weekly, or reported by Gayle King. Charles can't do it. He's not going to turn the royal family into some sort of Kardashian, some sort of Kardashian reality show. He's not going to do it.
Yeah, Meghan she's open to having that happen. I know, because that's what was talked about with Netflix. That's what they wanted. And I think Harry's in a position now, no matter how much he tries to just say, okay, but for real, can we just a little bit, be a part of your life or whatever? No, because you can't be trusted. You have shown who you are. And the royal family is just too classy for that. They have much more important things to do. Okay, Harry, you are on the outside. You're going to stay on the outside. And that's just what your life has come to. He needs to just accept it. Yeah. All right. And like you said, his children are going to really, I think, hate Meghan and Harry for this later. Because it's like when they start thinking critically.
I would be very upset not knowing that I did not get to see my grandfather while he was alive. That would be hurtful to me, upsetting to me. And Meghan is depriving them of that which is owed to them. Grandparents' rights. How disgusting can she be? It's just disgusting. But then she wants to be relatable. She wants to relate to us. She wants to be like, oh, Meghan's awesome. She's a philanthropist. She's wonderful. She cares about everyone and she likes everyone. She's great. No one sees greatness.
About everything that has happened to them, they will see that they were being used as pawns. They're not really children that are from a loving, I believe, household. These children are, just look at how Meghan named the children.
Right.
Okay, let's just look at that. This woman is trying to use them. Harry is, looking at his wife use the children. And what can he do? Nothing. He can't do anything. It's like he just has to accept it. He is in a position that I don't think he really quite knows how bad it is for him. Because I think,
how does he not know? How does Harry not know that he is in one of the worst situations of his lifetime? That he is being bamboozled, that he is stuck, that he is in a situation that he should never, ever want to be in, that he came to his doom. Wait until William becomes king, feeling iced out will be the least of their problems. Allegedly, they could be blackmailing. Be careful. Be careful. Danny will look after it. Allegedly, they could be blackmailing. Be careful. Danny will look after it. Exactly, Heather. She'll take care of it. Debbie Campbell, and you're right. Who can trust that duo? That ever interaction against ends up out in the public domain isn't really quite sad. And at the damn disgusting. Yeah. It's the state of California. Grandparents have rights. Yes. You just have to fight. I know I'm in the same situation. I have a daughter-in-law that's a nightmare. See, that's that dumb stuff. That's not fair, Diane. My little one is at my mama's right now. She is having fun. Gave me and Daddy a moment this weekend. Because every now and then we need that rest. And then I be missing her. I'm missing her. He was warned never to know advice. I have no sympathy for the trolls. These two idiots got no compassion and empathy. So sad they forgot their parents brought them into this world and now trash them. It is. It's so sad. It's a sad story that this is the type of person that they are, both of them. Very immature, have not grown up, not taking accountability, not allowing the grandfathers and grandparents to see the kids. How disgusting is that? No, you can't see them. But Tom Sr. has no relationship with his other 5 children. Don't they matter? Yes. That does make a difference. That tells me something. That it's okay for that family at some point to just throw people away. That just sounds horrible to me. It really does, Debbie. These two idiots got no compassion. I just read that one. Yes. Okay, guys, listen. I've had a wonderful night with you. I'm going to go.
When he finds the desire to really want to leave this woman because it's too much, it's going to be even worse. It's going to be even worse for him. There's nothing he can do to get.
He's making it worse right now. And then when they really get ready to go, it's going to be really bad for him. She's going to be cussing him out, saying he's all kinds of this and that, and he did this and he did that. Harry did this to me, and then he was doing that. He was on rugs, and then he hit me, and she's going to make his life a pure hell when they go through that custody battle. Because eventually he's got to wake the hell up. He can't stay in this state of frame of situation forever. Can he? Can he live with this forever? They were a never close-knit family. See, who? Oh, them. Right. See, but Meghan separated Harry from his family, and she separated Harry from her family. He didn't even get to meet them. That would have been suspicious to me. I would have been like, what are you trying to hide? And if you're ashamed, so be it. I already know that you probably didn't, whatever. But she was ashamed. I think she was ashamed of her father. Nana, the Markle family all seem the same and only want connections with the royal family. But their other family members like Tom and Sam's children don't seem to matter. Yeah, I'm not sure what type of relationship Sam has with her daughter or Thomas Markle has with his sons. But yeah, it's a sad situation. That's for sure. They're not royals. He's not going to leave her. Trust me. I thought my son would have left a long time ago. Yeah, I think they get conditioned and become in this spell like mindset is gone. Like they no longer are thinking for themselves. Their woman is thinking for them. That's how I feel about Harry. Like she thinks for Harry 24/7 all the time. No, we're going to do this. No, we're going to do that. No, it's going to go just like this, Harry. And it goes just like she said. Right. And then see, Sam, Nora Jr. have relationships with their kids. Samantha has 2 daughters and a son. She does. She has 3 kids. Nana, confirm that. Reportedly, Sam's son has never met Thomas Sr. She's got a son? I think they can't leave each other because of all the lies that would come out. They will stay married but live different lives. Interesting, Kim. I don't know. Meghan's going to start having to make the money. She's going to get mad and get upset. Like, I don't want to be the breadwinner. How did you get me in this spot? And she's going to be ready to go. I believe Harry is aware and just make excuses for her to justify her behavior. Huh? You think? Interesting. I just checked. Thomas Sr. has a strange relationship with his other grandchildren. Wow, his grandchildren too. Has a strained relationship. See, there's something wrong with that. There is. There's something wrong with that. Yes, she does. Debbie, she haven't seen or spoke to Thomas Jr. in over 20 years, 15 years for Sam. Wow. That is something. Sam's young daughter did an interview with Sam's mother when she was alive, explaining why she doesn't want anything to do with Sam. With Sam's mother. Really? When she was... You said, is she gone? You said when she was alive. Thomas Jr.'s son did not have contact with him either when they last spoke out. Wow. Yeah, I feel sad about that. It's just sad. Oh, okay. Okay, got it. Did you guys know that Sam played in a different world? She did. She played as an extra on the set, but she had a few lines, she said. I think I showed the video the other day. Oh, that's sad. I didn't know that.
any part of his life back. Nothing.
No.
It can only get worse. And he has to accept it. So that's what it is, Harry. Accept your new normal and deal with it, because you.
Whatever lifestyle you're dealing with her being bossy, just nasty, disgusting, that is your new normal. This dictator on heels, your new master at play.
Created it.
Yeah.
You created it.
And that new normal, just to be clear, is not going to include cozy Zoom calls with your father.
No.
It's not happening. It's not happening. It's done. Now, Pete, I know what's interesting me is it really does feel like there is even an acceptance now amongst the mainstream media, or I'll say parts of the mainstream media, like The View, for example, in America, they're still down the Harry and Meghan rabbit hole. But I was really interested by this clip from the Canadian version of The View called The Social, which really does seem to have got this one right. Watch.
Harry needs to remember that he wrote a book and he had a podcast and he did an explosive interview with Oprah Winfrey. And I doubt he asked his family members at the time if this was okay. He did what he wanted to do. And it's like, I think regardless of how rich this family is, this is something we all need to remember when we're talking about our family. Listen, you have to have respect for them. And if you really do want to reconcile, you cannot go publicly and say whatever you want. And then when it suits you, go, can we just bygones be bygones? Because if I'm a member of the family, even if I want to forgive you, the trust is gone.
Yes. Look, Dina, I don't know the background to that show, so I'm making a bit of an assumption because it's on, I think, the main Canadian broadcast.
The trust is gone. It's over. Kapook, out the door. I'm gone. Once you don't trust that person, it's a done deal. You don't trust nothing that comes out of their mouth, and you have to make sure that you don't get caught up with all that. Yeah, she tells lies too, allegedly, says Debbie. See, it shouldn't, that's why they need to get in contact with their kids and stuff. Debbie, allegedly, she says. So after all the photos with the kids, do we believe they are theirs, that they are raising them? I have no idea. It's such a freaking mystery around those kids that I have no idea. It is such a mystery. The photos, maybe she did have two surrogates. I'm thinking maybe surrogates at least. What do you guys think? Great questions, Kim. I believe he was expected. It's just a game to get his way. You think? Yeah, they blame their parents and grandparents for everything that goes wrong in their life, and they rewrite their childhood too. I hope my daughter doesn't do that. She does be blaming stuff on me. It's daddy's fault. It's mommy's fault. I'm sure Charles loves Harry, but he just can't afford to trust that snotty man child. You can't trust him. You can't trust someone. It's really bad when you can't trust someone. It's really bad. The Markles give a new meaning to dysfunctional family. None of their stories or timelines add up. And then their stories change as much as Meg's do. Debbie. P. Dinah stopped protecting Harry. He's wanted freedom. He got it. You think so? You think she's protecting him? I do believe that he's in some type of situation he doesn't want to be in with this Jezebel. All right, guys. I am going to bed, hang out with my husband. The baby is gone with Mama, and we go pick her up tomorrow. I go to court tomorrow. Wish me luck, guys. The people that gave me new plaster on my pool messed it up and didn't do it right. The color doesn't even pop. It looked like a faded color. It doesn't even look like the color that it was initially given to me. The blue looks lighter than it does on the pattern. Anyway, so I wish you guys a wonderful day, night, whatever time it is where you are. Hopefully I get to see you guys again tomorrow. It'll be tomorrow night because I will be busy. Yeah, it will be tomorrow night. Maybe late. Thank you for keeping me company while I couldn't sleep. Good luck, Lady Letitia. Thank you, Nana. Do we know who the winner is? My phone's dead. I have an idea, Lady Letitia. You ever need a break from H&M? Why not do a live about tips and tricks about anything from skincare to cooking tips? You know what? Manuela does skincare. And you know what? I may interview her and just talk about the different skincares and stuff and see if she wants to come on and we do like a skincare. She does skincare, and you fill out your profile on her website, and then they tell you what you need for your skin. It's pretty cool. Maybe we can do that. Good idea, Kim. Good night, Salone. Good night, Diane. Good night, Nana. Good night, Chinoa. Good night, Megsoon. Good night, Lizzie. Good night, Debbie Campbell. Good night, Kim. Good night, guys. Have a wonderful night. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for being a part of my show. Don't forget to hit the like button, and hello to you guys in the bushes and the replay gang. Have a wonderful live. Thank you for a wonderful live. Mwah.